Hey guys, Omni here. We finally have an official trailer for The Conjuring 3, otherwise known as The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. I think the last one we do, and it's been a long time, and at least it feels like it's been a long time since we got any first looks at this. From what I remember, the last thing we saw of this was like more of a behind the scenes of them filming it and bringing it together, and not a real trailer. There may have been one between then and now, but I don't remember it. But I'm really looking forward to this. This franchise has been really strong. I think overall it's had more wins than losses. Out of the one now some concerns I do have going into this. This is the first mainline Conjuring title that will not be directed by James Wan. And I haven't seen The Curse of La Llorona, but we're sharing a director here. The director of that movie is directing this one. And from what I've heard, that movie was not the best. But what can I say? I haven't seen it. In my opinion, out of all the films we've got so far of the Conjuring universe, The Nun has been the least successful for me. That one did not win me over whatsoever. I did not enjoy that movie at all, and it heavily disappointed after all of the tremendous buildup that led into it. But who knows? I'm still going to give them a benefit of the doubt. Could have been the script. Could have been a lot of the other production problems that went in along with that movie, because I know it also wasn't originally intended to be part of the Conjuring universe. They just weren't confident in its selling potential. So they decided to kind of do the Cloverfield paradox and just kind of rework a few things and put the Conjuring stamp on it and hope that would win more people over. Apparently it didn't, but who knows? We'll see where this goes. We'll see how this does. It returns us to the core Warren family and picking up with another real world case of theirs. One that made American history, in which the first plea, or what was it? The first testimony was used by a defendant in a real world crime that their possession was the reason that they acted. So I'm curious to see how this whole thing evolves. I'm still interested in this universe regardless. I can't wait to see where it goes, and I just love Patrick Wilson as Ed Warren and Vera Farmiga as Lorraine. I just think their chemistry is just so strong, and it's not really the haunts that keep me coming back to these movies as much as it has actually been the characters. And I can't think of like a horror franchise in a long time that it's the characters and not the promise of some interesting kills and haunts that have brought me back to a franchise. So for that, it's always got some points from me. So that being said, let's go ahead and check out the trailer, see what we got for this one. And yeah, we'll talk about it here afterwards. Here we go.
Hey. You okay there? Jesus. I think I hurt someone.
This is Ed Warren, here with Lorraine. All right, let's get started.
Residents of Brookfield were shocked this afternoon by the broad daylight murder of Bruno Sauls.
Yeah, Orange Johnson, that was it.
The existence of God every time a witness swears to tell the truth. I think it's about time they accept the existence of the devil.
Whatever is going on, whatever happened that day.
Oh.
It's not Arnie.
It's a witch's totem. We think your family was cursed. And that connection's still open.
Oh. And not like that. That was creepy.
But I can see things that your people can't.
Rest in peace. Ooh.
Something terrible happened here.
Ooh.
A master Satanist is not an adversary to be taken lightly.
She's doing it again. She's reaching out to the
leaving him with everything you have?
Ooh, that was a cool shot.
Lorraine!
God damn. That looks pretty cool. I mean, yeah, it's got a couple of your typical tropes in there, but it's got the people I love in it. And like, again, it's more about the human element of these haunts. I mean, as much as it is about the spiritual and about the scares itself, it's more about, you know, them believing in the human element and then kind of like taking it from there and how the human element blends with the supernatural in a very real kind of way, or as real as it depends on your beliefs here. I've seen some things in my life that have made me believe there may be some possibilities with some of this stuff. Don't come down on me, but like, as far as it comes to like the real world implications of and lore behind a lot of these types of things, I think it's really interesting to see how they go about it and how they bring it all about. Now, I do think there is definitely a fantastical element to it that is brought about in these films. So, but there's some creepy little images in this thing, man. We got the crawly bitch coming down the hall with the glowy eyes. Got some weird, funky things here when Lorraine's having her visions. But the kid in the waterbed, that waterbed thing. Now that was creepy to me. That's some creepy shit right there. I think it kind of lost some of that creepy factor when the hand actually breaks through it. I think it would have been a lot better to just kind of keep it contained to that. I like the unknown and the unseen a lot more than when things actually kind of pop out and become revealed, because by that point you're already you kind of know what you're expecting at that point. Kind of like in the first Conjuring film when we saw the woman on top of the cup, on the top of the wardrobe. I was like, all right, that was a little bit of a too much. But I still, as long as they keep this stuff interesting, as they keep the characters grounded, keep the things going, man, I'm down for the ride. It looks fun. It looks like it's not just, I was a little bit worried about it being a little bit more of a court case and like a recollection of events, but it seems like an active investigation and they're going to be stumbling onto some things. I'm not all that familiar with the real world case. I've read about it, I know, once, but none of that information really stuck with me. So I'm probably going to avoid going back and going through it again, just so I can go into the movie surprised. But yeah, I'm down. Guys, what'd you think? What'd you think of the trailer? What's your favorite Conjuring film? What's your favorite horror film? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We're carrying the conversation after the video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Huge shout out to our patron legends, Mandy Sherritt, Antoine Rodriguez, and Ryan Karen. Thank you guys so much for your support. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care, everybody.